Hi everyone, in today's video, we're going to discuss nursing and what to expect. So if you're an IEN preparing for your Inspire Global Assessment, CBA or SLA, or if you're still thinking about it, if you should come to Canada, this video is for you. In Canadian healthcare, especially in British Columbia, your shifts can vary significantly depending on where you will be working. So depending which hospital or facility. But if you're going to be working in the hospital, you can expect 4 days on and 4 days off, which means rotating shifts for you. Most of the time, if you're working in the hospital, you will be working 2 days of day shift and 2 days of night shifts. So it will take some time to get used to that, especially if you're not used to working nights, but eventually you will get used to it. Another thing to note is you can shift swap. So shift swapping is allowed. Life happens. Fortunately, many Canadian hospitals and facilities allow shift swap. That means you can swap shifts with your colleagues. My tip for you is make friends with your coworkers. So you are allowed to swap your shifts with another colleague. You just have to make sure that you notify the person in charge of scheduling, as it needs to be approved for it to be official. If you are shift swapping, ensure that you are familiar with the policy of the hospital and the unit you are working in, and always communicate clearly when you are planning a swap. Here in Canada, you can work full-time, part-time, or casual PRN. For full-time, you can expect about 36 to 40 hours per week. For part-time roles, it would vary in your position and the hospital you're working in. So it can be 16 to 20 hours a week. If you're working casual, that means you are just picking up available shifts. Some casual nurses works once a week or twice a week, so it would vary. So what's available, you just pick it up. Taking a casual position would be good as well if you are really wanting to work at the unit but there's no available part-time or full-time position. I suggest getting a casual position just to get yourself in, and once there's a part-time or full-time position, then it would be easier to apply for that position. My suggestion is talk to the manager and tell the manager that you are very interested in working in that unit full-time and part. And if something opens up, then they can let you know right away. If you're working full-time and part-time, usually it comes with benefits, which is nice. Benefits, what I mean by that is you get massage therapist, chiropractor, physiotherapist, visual, so like eyeglasses, prescription glasses, and things like that. Those are some extra benefits with those positions, with those roles. For casual position, usually it doesn't come with the extra benefits, but again, it depends where you will be working at. Now let's talk about numbers. Let's talk about salaries. Here in British Columbia, salary expectation can vary by your experience, by your education, and by the unit and facility you are working in. For registered nurses, generally you can see around $40 to $55 an hour. And again, that varies on your experience, education, how long you've been working as a nurse, certification, and specialty skills that you have. Also, there's a potential extra pay for overtime and differentials. Differential meaning if you work nights or if you work weekends or evenings, then you get extra pay for that. Again, depending in the hospital and facility you are working in. For licensed practical nurse, typically you will earn around $35 to $45 an hour. And again, it depends experience, education, specialty skills, and experience that you have. These numbers can be influenced significantly by factors such as shift premium. So if you're working overtime, if you're working night shifts all the time, or evenings or weekends, of course that will increase your pay. And as you gain more experience and into more specialized role, then you're able to hit the higher number of that salary range. Next, let's discuss working in specialty areas and how to get in. Many nurses dream of working in specialty areas such as ICU, oncology, pediatrics, community, public health, and even aesthetics. If you guys don't know, I've actually worked as a forensic nurse examiner before as well, and that's another specialty that you can get into. So here's what you need to know about working in specialty areas. First, you need additional training and certification. Depending on the hospital where you will be working in, there are options where you can apply for the position first and the hospital pays for it. However, you do need to sign a contract saying that you will be working in that specialized unit for a certain amount of time, in exchange for them paying for your additional training and certification. Another option is actually paying it for your own. So you can take a specialty class, a specialty training, and certification, and then applying after. Here's my suggestion for you. Network with the nurses who are already working in the specialty unit where you're interested in working. So talk to them, try to make friends, and find out what do they like about working in that specialty unit. What's the culture of that unit? How is the manager? What type of patients do you usually see? What's the current workload? Having this information ahead of time will help you decide if you really want to work in this specialty area. You can ask the manager if you can shadow at that specialty area, just to see if you actually like working there. Therefore, sometimes working in a general unit such as medicine or med-surg is more helpful in the beginning. It's that way it'll give you more foundation needed before transitioning into a specialty area, especially for IENs, as you want to get used to the Canadian way of nursing and healthcare standards and healthcare practices. And once you've built a more solid foundation of nursing and experience, many hospitals offer internal training programs and certification for specialty areas such as the ICU, PACU, pediatrics, or oncology. Moving to Canada as an IEN is a big step, so I commend you for that. That takes courage, strength, and resilience. It might be scary, but it's also a rewarding opportunity for professional growth and personal fulfillment. And if you're an IEN preparing for your Inspire Global Assessment, the CBA and SLA, you're very close, you're getting there, and I'm wishing you the best of luck. Also, if you need more resources, you can go to my website, www.nursingcollective.co, and you can download a free PDF book I made for you for free. It's called Survival Guide for IEN. So if you haven't yet, download that one. Also, I just made a course specially made for IENs preparing for the CBA and SLA. It has over 300 CBA practice questions, and it also contains videos of me lecturing and going over and breaking down case scenarios that mirrors what you might see during your SLA. So if you're unsure how to study, what to focus on, or just feeling overwhelmed and you need more guidance, you can go to my website, just go under the course, and you can find out more information about it. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you found this video helpful, please support the channel by liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell for future videos. Drop a comment below as well to share your thoughts, ask questions, or suggest any future topics. I would love to connect with you. See you in the next video.